The July 30th, 2014 meeting of the Environmental Public Works Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Delahanty?
Here.
Mr. Haney? Here. Chairman Michike?
Here.
Mr. Rocco? Here. Mrs. Stick? Here. Mr. Wilcox? Mr. Yolovich?
Here.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address this committee at this time? President Adair?
Mr. Chairman, just to let you know, I have received a Legislator Wilcox has sent in a letter that he would not be able to attend tonight. And when we call roll call, we didn't have that, so.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the May 21st, 2014 minutes of the Environmental and Public Works Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business.
Referral 14-229, authorized.
Moved by Legislator Delahanty, seconded by Legislator Yolovich. Any discussion? Legislator Haney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These properties are outside the territory of the Gates-Chili-Ogden district. Is that correct?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, that is correct.
Being outside the district, do we have the legal authority to assess district charges on them?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, this would be one in a number of intermunicipal agreements we have for the GCO district for out-of-district customers.
That's fine, but that wasn't my question. Can we assess, do we have the legal power to assess these properties? It says the properties are going to pay the annual district rate for conveyance and treatment services. Do we bill the town of Ogden, or do we bill the properties? Or?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we would bill the properties directly.
So we do have the legal authority to, even though they're outside the district, we have the legal authority to assess the charges against them?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, my understanding is yes, we do.
Is there any other discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 14-240.
Moved by Legislator Yolovich, second by Legislator Rockow. Is there any discussion?
If I may, Mr. Chairman. I have, with respect to additional information for the consideration of legislators on this referral, a letter of support from Mayor Lovely Warren that I'd like to provide you so that you can distribute to them.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Legislator Stick?
Through the chair to the administration, why is this coming through as a matter of importance?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, this is to keep on schedule with a very fast-track schedule for this project.
Any other discussion? Legislator Haney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, the original estimate for the project was a conceptual level estimate. Through further refinement with our engineer, Bergman Associates, we determined that there were some conditions, some underlying soil conditions that have increased our cost. We've increased some of the site work, paving and drainage necessary to support the two facilities. We'd also looked at a number of different configurations, but determined through the design that we need a standalone building, so our costs for the building have gone up as well too. The estimate we had was an older estimate, it was conceptual, and for those reasons we're asking for a greater budget for the project to meet the needs of both the rock and the sheriff's storage facility.
Was that through the chair? Was that a landfill at one point many years ago?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, this was formerly the GCO wastewater treatment plant.
Okay. Through the chair, am I correct in assuming that all $9,500,000 of bonds will be bonds of the Rochester Pure Waters District?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, the total project budget is $13 million. Of that, 1.9 is cash capital,
Right.
and the balance would be through bonds.
And they will all be bonds of the city district?
That's right, with charge back to various users, for debt service.
Through the chair, one of the elements which I don't recall seeing before of the project is a Monroe County Sheriff's secured storage garage. Why is the City Pure Waters District building a secured storage garage for the sheriff's office?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we felt it was appropriate to have one funding source for this project and to be able to bill back the debt service accordingly. It's a relatively small component of the project, but one that we felt was efficient to bake into the overall scope of the project. And so with that, we've identified a debt service amount that would be charged back accordingly to the sheriff.
Well, why don't we, through the chair, why don't we just issue general county debt for that portion of the project as opposed to issuing city district debt?
You want to?
Mr. Chairman, these bonds are payable in the first instance by district charges, and they are paid in the second instance by a pledge of the full faith and credit of the county. So in essence, they are considered GO debt.
Well, through the chair, that's correct, but in the first instance, it's going to be charged to the people of the City Pure Waters District, and it would only go on the general tax levy if for some reason the city district couldn't pay the debt service, which is highly unlikely.
Mr. Chairman, that is true, but not for the sheriff's portion. They will be charged back, the debt service will be charged back to the office of the sheriff prior to a charge on the tax bill for the district.
The existing facility, through the chair, on East Henrietta, I think that's East Henrietta Road, was bought by the city district about 10 years ago, or 10, 12 years ago, for $2 million in kind of an odd transaction. The City Pure Waters District bought it from the County of Monroe for $2 million. The County of Monroe needed money one December, and that was one of the things they did to get it. Has the City Pure Waters District ever been reimbursed for rent by the other Pure Waters districts?
I'll allow you to finish your question.
Yeah, I mean, the financing of this project is what basically bothers me. To restate my question, has the City Pure Waters District ever been paid any rent by the other districts for the building on East Henrietta Road that it bought and paid for?
I still don't see where it has anything to do with this referral.
Well, then I'll just explain my
I'll
vote,
sustain it.
Mr. Chairman. I'm very concerned that the City Pure Waters District is one of the few entities in the government of the County of Monroe that has money. And the City Pure Waters District, because the rates are too high, but this body has refused to reduce those rates, the City Pure Waters District has a considerable amount of money. And my fear at this, I mean, That's why it was tapped 10 years ago to buy the East Henrietta Road building, and I fear that that's what's occurring again. And unless some explanation can be given to me as to how the city and in what amounts the City Pure Waters District is going to be reimbursed by the other districts and in fact by the Sheriff's Office, I intend to vote against this. I'm going to vote against it today because I'm afraid the city district is being ripped off, and I stand open to having explanations made to me as to why my assumption is faulty, which it may be, but I'm going to vote against it today. And if such explanations can be made, fine, I'll reverse myself at the legislature. But barring that, I will intend to vote against it at the legislature.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed?
5-1, referral passes.
Are there any other matters to come before this committee? There being none, no other matters, the July 30th, 2014 meeting of the Environmental and Public Works Committee stands adjourned. Next meeting will be August 20th, 2014 at 5 p.m.